Hello, this is Tiffany's Weekend Review. This week we're going to talk about the Grammys, the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 1. We're going to talk about the Justin Bieber movie that's just come out, and a couple other things. First, we start with the Grammys. It was different. It was just like one long concert with maybe 4 or 5 awards in there somewhere. I don't even know. Lady Antebellum swept the competition, and Justin Bieber got an upset by Miss Spalding. Esperanza is the best. Everybody's acting like they don't know who she is. I knew who she was a couple months ago. And even though I just found out who she was a couple months ago, I clearly think she should have won. She plays like 15 instruments. She's almost a musical genius, and her voice is pitch perfect. If you don't know who she is, and you don't think that she's good enough to have won, I mean, compared to Justin Bieber screeching, Drake rapping the same in every single song, she's the only one with real musical talent. And I'm sorry to all the Justin Bieber fans. I like him too. But when it comes to real talent, she got them by miles, you know. So everybody was so upset about it. If you don't know who she is yet, you will. So the Grammys did right on that. Felt like it was like the CMT Awards more than the Grammys. It was way too much country music going on. Gwyneth Paltrow outshined, she really outshined, what is his name? See, now I can't even remember his name. That's how bad she outshined him. CeeLo in his own song. And he had on a, peacock outfit, and she still outshined him. Now, you explain that to me, because that's one for the books, okay? But anyway, so it was kind of a yawn fest. Rihanna needed more clothes when she performed with Drake. Justin Bieber and Usher was kind of annoying. I mean, it's like, and him and Justin Bieber, it was like a pedophile thing. It's like, remember what I told you? And yeah, if it's meant to be, we'll meet again. And I'm like, that's what you tell like your girl, not some little kid you see on the internet. It's kind of pervy, but maybe that's just me. And Lady Gaga, everybody was upset that Lady Gaga was toned down at the Grammys. I, for one, was not. I'm tired of seeing her bleeding, stuff blowing up. I mean, I'm just like over it. I was like so relieved she's actually got some normal blood running through her veins. The egg thing was, but it didn't bother me. I was just like, what the heck is, she got to do something. You can't just show up. What's that about? So the egg thing, born like this or born this way or whatever. I mean, I get it. It all goes together. When she climbed off the egg, the outfit was very disappointing. It was like clear yellow plastic or something. I don't know. And so it was in the side ponytail. It's like revisited the 80s. But other than that, I mean, I watched the whole thing. I watched it and Miss Housewives. I had to watch Housewives reunion yesterday. Because I had missed it, watching the 3.5 hours of Lady Antebellum, the Lady Antebellum country Rihanna show. that's what I'm gonna call it, just because that's who basically took over the show. Oh yeah, I want to do a best and worst. I don't have pictures right now, but I want to do best and worst. Worst dress, I thought. My opinion is directly opposite of the Fashion Police with Joan Rivers. My worst is Jennifer Lopez. They said she was the best. I say there's no way in the world, okay? Because I'm going to tell you why. The dress was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was so short that I couldn't even look directly at it. And I was like, why is it so short? She's like a 40-year-old woman. There's no way she should be coming out of the house like that. She looks great. Don't get me wrong on that point. It just wasn't very classy. I thought she added a couple more inches. That dress would have been on point, perfect. But I thought that with the length, it was just, ugh. It just went too skanky. It was just like, ugh. You know, like she should have been in Moulin Rouge or something else with that mess on. I was like, what in the world? Jennifer, come on, because she normally dresses so good in these beautiful gowns, and she just took it hoochie. And I was like, why? Couldn't y'all just add a little? But anyway, so my vote for best dress is going to go to Jennifer Hudson, although the close runner-up to her is Beyonce. Close runner-up was Beyonce. I like the dress, I like the length and everything. It's something weird. It was like some like X cross and across. Something about it just didn't quite get me there. And even though I do pick Jennifer as the best dress, it's probably more because she looks amazing, like fantastically amazing. And probably more than the dress. The top half was gorgeous. The bottom, I didn't like the way it was so much shorter in the front than the back. It seemed like it should have came down a little lower. I don't know. But the proportions of the skirt was just throwing me off. But I still pick her as best dress. And sidebar on Jennifer Hudson, did you see her on the Oprah show? And did you see Oprah straight go off on the Weight Watchers leader lady because she wouldn't let Jennifer tell her weight loss? I thought I was going to die. I almost fell out of my chair. Ever since Oprah's gotten her final season, she has went Trey Ghetto, and I love it. I love every minute of it, because I've always been like, where is the black hat in Oprah? And this last season, she's like, I'm done. This is my last season. It's 25 years. She's like, screw you. She does not care. Every episode, she's in everybody's face. She's getting people to admit stuff they never admitted. She in people's houses. She was in Michael Jackson's mama's house, asking her all her business. I was like, oh my gosh. She don't care, and I love it. I love it because really, I love the Wendy Williams show. I'm gonna plug Wendy Williams real quick. I love her show. It's fantastic. When it used to come on at like 6 at midnight here where I live. I used to watch it at 6 and midnight because that's how good it is. I will watch it twice. Because she's just real. She's real. She say what you be like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that, but it's real and you love her for it. And Oprah this last season has been getting real, and I love it. She had I don't know if it was the beginning of this season or the end of last season. Actually, it kind of started before she even got to this season, because I remember when she had Chris Rock on for the Good Hair movie. Oh my goodness. She was like going off about black hair and all that stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. She finally said something that, you know, black people can relate to. Because if you ever look at her audience, there'll be some black people, but they're usually, you know, high at the totem pole, you know, kind of well-off looking black people. But it's like, that was the first time I heard her say something that like every black person could relate to, and I was losing my mind. This season I have missed episodes. I know they're gonna replay it when the end of the season goes off, and I'm gonna watch every episode when they start replaying it because I've missed some, and I hate it that I missed it. I watched Oprah for a little while back in the day, and then I was just like, it was like, yawn. And this last season, if you miss an episode, you are missing something. Okay, she's had just the people she's never had on there before. Like all these 25 years, there's people she never had. She had that like big star. She's asking people questions they don't want you to know the answer to, and they're answering her because she's Oprah, you know. But I loved it when she went off on the Weight Watchers lady. I thought I was gonna die because she was like, "Oh, it's not about a number. It's about a feeling." And Oprah was like, Oprah sits in her chair and looks at Jennifer and goes, who is this? Like, who the heck? I was dying. I thought I would die. But it's made my week. That made my week, so I have to say that. Oh, yeah. So, I watched the Grammys. Then I watched the Real Housewives of Atlanta yesterday. It was boring because, you know, I think the reason we watch is for Kim and Nene's love-hate relationship, and now it's just a hate-hate relationship. They don't want to talk to each other. They don't want to have nothing to do with each other. And all the rest of the ladies are kind of like, you know, I did enjoy, I will say this, I did enjoy Phaedra's, her speech about black people in the South and all that. I enjoyed that because it's true. People don't want to hear that, but it's true. It's very true. I feel it all the time where I live. I live in the South, and I feel it. You know, it's a tension there, and you get the right person. You know, you get an older person, white person. You get an older white person, and you know, sometimes they can't help but show how they really feel, you know, because they were brought up in that way. They were brought up in the South when they were they were taught to hate black people, and it still resurfaces from time to time. So I completely feel her on that, and there's still some tensions, you know. So that's why I guess Nene was so mad at Kim about the whole talking to Sweetie any kind of way. But you know, I felt like I don't know, hopefully the second half will be better than the first, because the best thing about the first one was the location, the Atlanta Aquarium. Shout out to the Atlanta Aquarium. I haven't been yet, but I'm coming. I really want to go. I'm going to get me a city pass, and I'm going to go there. I'm going to go to CNN and do the weather report. If y'all haven't been to Atlanta, you can get a city pass, you can go to the aquarium, you can go do the weather report, and you can go to the Coca-Cola Museum, which is where I'm going. I love Coca-Cola. I should be their spokesperson. This is my favorite beverage. I do not drink Pepsi. All you Pepsi lovers can comment down there because I love Coke. And I will be going to the museum, and they have like Coke flavors from all across the world, like different flavors you never heard of before. It's awesome. But yeah, so that was the best part, was the location. And honestly, even though it was the best part, I didn't even see it half the time. It was like they're just in a regular room. So I wonder how much they spent to do that. Hopefully they got the location for free or for cheap, because you didn't really see it too much, or you didn't notice it that much. But yeah, Kim, Nene going back and forth. I've heard talks on the Wendy Williams show and some other shows that they're not even coming back next season. But then Kim said, well, they got a contract. Nene got to come back, because they were saying like Nene wasn't coming back, which is true. She break her contract, she's gonna be out a lot of money, and from the looks of it, she already out a lot of money because her and Greg broke up, and you know, her and Greg broke up and are breaking up, getting divorced or whatever. And she didn't have really her own money. She was living off his, and it seemed like he went kind of broke or whatever. So if she break that contract, she only gonna be hurting herself. So she need to keep that. I've seen her 11 Alive broadcast, and they were like, okay, the one with Jermaine Dupri was hilarious because she didn't know anything about him. First, you know, rule of journalism is to know who you're interviewing. The fact that she's asking him questions that don't even relate to him was hilarious. The fact that he was correcting her is even more hilarious. She was like, oh, you have a radio show? He was like, no. Yeah, this, no. Oh, you started this when you, no. I was just dying. I was like, oh, he's just eating her for breakfast. But I mean, she did gain herself, but it was a fail. Just the whole thing was a fail. Even the basketball, when she was trying to show, she's like, oh, well, I'll take my shoes off. I'll show you I know how to play some basketball. And then she started playing and missing the shots. It was fabulous. It was hilarious and fabulous. But I don't think journalism is her thing. I think she needs to stick to reality TV, because she's just very animated and she speaks her mind, and we like that about her. We like the fact that she said whatever she's thinking, although some consider that diarrhea of the mouth. Others consider that, honestly, I just like it. But anyway, that's my weekend review this week.